Happy freedom, hooligans. Appreciate you guys being here. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. I'm going to flip through the chats really quick, make sure that everything is running smoothly, and then we're going to go over the schedule really quick. I'm just going to assume none of you guys watched the protest, although I know that's not true. I'm just going to act like it's a fresh day. So far, so clear over on YouTube. No gray screen yet, which is good. Let's see. We're looking good over on jeffmaclive.com. The feed seems to be clear, so I'm hoping for good things here. There I am on Rumble. What's up, everyone over on Rumble? What's up, J Rupp? What's up, D Cat? What's up, Shannon? What's up, Doomsday Mike? Happy freedom, you hooligans. You guys are quick. You guys already tagging that like button. You guys are the best. What's up, Lifelike? Happy freedom. Let's check on Odyssey. Oh, Odyssey. Hey, look, it's me. What's up, everyone over on Odyssey? Happy freedom. Odyssey. Look at that. Looking good over on Kick. What's up, everyone on Kick? Cashflow's looking good. Awesome. Appreciate you being here, Cashflow. What about Twitch? Everything's looking good on Twitch. What's up, Two Ruby Shoes? What's up, Snooks? Happy freedom, everyone over on Twitch. Gonna refresh the page here so I can monitor the bit rate. I think everything is good. And we look okay over here on YouTube, which is fine, but I'm still gonna post the link for Rumble because everybody just should be on Rumble. Ah, Roy, you got me. Roy called me out on it. Where is the Rumble link? Let's see. Rumble is better. Wham. What's up, Freckles? What's up, Dirt Road? What's up, Matthew? What's up, Secretary's Dad? What's up, T. Lawton? Happy freedom, all of you hooligans. What's up, Norman? What's up, Tumbleweed? What's up, Be a Blessing? What's up, Mark? What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Real Life? What's up, Damn It, Janet? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Magic Mika? Appreciate you guys all being here. But you should head over to Rumble or jeffmaclive.com where it's better. It's better. Alright, Annette. You got time? You got a little bit of time. What's up, Kung Fu Grasshopper? What's up, Nana? Look at everybody over here on Rumble. I appreciate you guys. Alright. I forgot to share the links out. So if you guys could, grab the link for the platform you're on and share it out so we can bring all the hooligans in. Alright, so on the schedule, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Right Side Broadcasting is going live with President Trump. He's going to be speaking in South Carolina at the GOP dinner. They'll be live at 6. I'll be able to figure out what time the Orange Eagle is supposed to be on stage. Yesterday was 8:30, so it may be late like that again. I will let you guys know. Grab that Linktree link in the description. Go join Gilded. That way I can update you guys on everything going on. You'll get alerts directly from me. You'll get notifications for when we go live. You'll have the news board to take advantage of. Free resource of everything going on around the world. Go join Gilded. So that's going on later today, but we're going to be starting off this live with a video of Kai. Kai is related to the riot that happened yesterday in New York. A lot of people don't know who Kai is. He's a live streamer. We're going to play a short video so you guys can get an idea of who Kai is and what kind of live streams he runs, and just a little bit of character reference and stuff just from watching him. I don't know a lot about him, so I'm not going to paint the picture for you. We're going to watch one of his videos, just a little bit of it, so you can get a feel for the kind of person he is. Then we're going to show a video titled "Shocking Video Emerges of Union Square Riot That Erupted After Kai Giveaway Announcement." It's going to give you brief details on how the riot started and what Kai is being charged with because he was arrested. Then I have 3 videos that I went and found on my own. Everywhere except for TikTok was only showing sky views of the riot going on in New York. There wasn't hardly any on the ground footage until things really calmed down. Over on TikTok, it was like every other live stream was of the riot on the ground footage because all the young live streamers live stream on TikTok now. It used to be on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch, they don't use that stuff anymore. Now they use TikTok, so unfortunately all the videos are in portrait mode. There's no full screen videos, but I'll give you guys a glimpse of on the ground footage of what was happening during the riot. I understand that they declared it a riot, but it wasn't the kind of riots that we're used to, and so I think it's an overuse of the word, honestly, but we'll discuss that when we get to it. We're going to show a video of Andrew Tate doing a very short interview. He just got released from house arrest. A lot of people think bad things of Andrew Tate. I don't know if he's a good person or a bad person, but I know he was accused of some really heinous crimes, and they arrested him twice. They held him pretty much as a prisoner longer than they should have, considering they had zero evidence of any wrongdoing. And after a year or so, they ended up dropping the charges against him because there was no actual evidence of wrongdoing. So he was just being chased down and silenced, had his name smeared for nothing because people don't like him. And so I felt that feels familiar, right? We know what that's like, to see people getting censored and stuff. And again, I don't know if Andrew Tate's a good person or a bad person, but he is being censored and mistreated. So we're going to show that short video there. And then we will be wrapping things up on the YouTube side of things with a video titled "New York Times Columnist Leaves Readers Stunned." This lefty wrote in the New York Times admitting to liberals pretty much using fluid definitions and stuff, pretty much using phrases and words where they can change the definition at will to fit their current narrative, and they do it on purpose to confuse normies and to pretty much label conservatives or anybody they don't like as bad people. You'll see when we get there. I just think it's interesting that they're admitting how toxic they are, while we all really know that deep down inside. Then on all the non-YouTube platforms, we will be covering this video where they're talking about the Orange Eagle and what's happening with the indictment and what that means for what happened back in 2020, and just brings some ideas up into the equation. And I wanted us to have an open discussion about it and those thoughts and whatnot, because we covered the hearings and the trials back in 2020 where they were discussing irregularities that took place while we were choosing who's going to run the main office. Many of you guys were here with me while we covered that stuff. And so this guy in this video that we're going to show brings up a lot of interesting ideas that links Trump's indictment to what happened in 2020 and what that means for the Democrats who are trying to go after him. And I thought it was really interesting, the points he brought up, and I just wanted us to discuss it because we were so close to all of that happened back in 2020. So that is the schedule for today. I'm going to pull up this first video. I'm going to read through the chat really quick before we start it, but this very first video is to just give you an idea of who Kai is. And once again, he's the reason for the riots or whatever that happened yesterday in New York. Again, I think it's a very loose phrasing of riot. Yes, there was a lot of people. Yes, there was chaos. No, there was not fire. No, there was no extreme violence. There wasn't extreme violence like we're used to, but either way. And you got some casserole? I'm starving. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. Klaus is lucky he's not here. I'd be having Klaus tacos. Klaus Boyardee. Skimming through the chat really quick, make sure everything is going good. Taryn, a riot in New York happened? Yeah, yesterday. I think after 2 o'clock p.m. Hey, I appreciate you, Snooks. Let's flip it through the chat really quick. I want to make sure everything's running smoothly before I show all this stuff and go on flapping my lips and all that. I want to make sure people are here to talk to. I don't know what's going on with Odyssey. It seems like we're live, but there's no one there. Cassandra, one of Andrew Tate's accusers, has accused 7 other men of sexual assault. See, that's crazy. That's crazy. And people think Andrew Tate is a terrible person now because of all that stuff being said. And again, I'm not defending him because I don't know him personally. But I know he's being accused of a lot of really bad stuff, and then they couldn't prove it, and everybody just repeats it. It's almost like Trump, he was indicted twice, and he caused an insurrection, and all this. But they proved that was not true. None of that was true. It's just accusations that stuck with him now, and now it's a part of his character to, you know, dumb normies. And that's what's happening with Andrew Tate. Is outside of who he is in real life, which I have no idea, he was first recognized as a 7-time world champion kickboxer, and then he just became famous for doing his own podcasts and stuff and saying things that people didn't agree with, and then he was accused of human trafficking and all this stuff, and now everyone says, oh, Andrew Tate's a misogynist, woman-hating human trafficker, and all those accusations were dismissed because there was no evidence. But all the idiots out there, all the softies out there, they're still repeating it because they don't care enough to know the truth, so they're just tarnishing his name and stuff. So that's why we're going to cover that. Everything's looking good everywhere. We're still looking good on YouTube, which matters a little bit. You guys on YouTube, just go ahead and head on over to Rumble. Just do yourself a favor. Alright, we're going to start this first video. This guy on the screen, this is Kai. This is his video. We're just going to play it a little bit so you can hear him, see how he behaves and stuff. He doesn't seem like a bad person at all. Not, I mean, you know, but you guys be the judge of that.
On. Come on. Turning on. RPG, look, think about it. You have, what, 10 feet? What RPG are you finding that's going to help you with that? It's an RPG forward.
So anyways, that's pretty much what his live streams are. Is him kind of behaving immature and being frantic, and he's always like yelling at the chat, and it's all an act, you know. He's a live streamer. He appeals to a younger audience, so that's what he does. He acts frantic and kind of brainless. He's always like, chat, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Like, he's always, that's what he is. High energy chaos. But not aggressive, not a bad person from, you know, what you can see there. But that's his personality. That's the kind of live streamer he is. But we're going to move forward to this next video here titled Shocking Video Emerges of Union Square Riot That Erupted After Kai Giveaway Announcement. Kai had announced on social media that he was going to be giving away like free PlayStations or something like that on Union Square in New York. So everybody showed up in New York, and before he was able to do any giveaway, everybody started acting like assholes, and he was in the process of leaving, and he became arrested as the cause for riots, and everybody just stayed and acted like a bunch of assholes. So that's basically what happened. But this is going to give us a summary of the details of it. I'm gonna share out the live while we're watching this.
prostitute.
Guys, why y'all back this way? Where y'all going? Go back that way. Go back that way.
Real quick while I gotta reach out my shoe.
Zero, the stream died. What do you mean? I'm looking at it right now.
This is the New York City Police Department. This assembly is unlawful. You are ordered to disperse. Leave voluntarily.
Well, that's a little deal there. Kai was arrested for multiple counts of inciting a riot. Like I said, I don't really think it was a riot. Let me make sure everything's running smoothly, because some people are saying that the live stream died. I want to make sure that's not the case. Ooh. It's dead over on Twitch. I see that. 2 Ruby shoes that went down on Twitch. Okay. I hate all these problems because it's not on my end. It's these service providers. What's a prison hug? Happy freedom. We got a couple more videos of that riot stuff, and it's really just ill-behaved teenagers and young adults more than anything. You guys are all good over on Rumble? I'm not gonna mess with Twitch. Twitch is having all kinds of problems today, not just live streaming, but just being on the platform is causing all kinds of problems. Things are not working right. Things are not loading correctly. I don't know if they're having a cyber attack or what. As goofy as that sounds, that's like becoming a real issue on an everyday basis. So it just turned back on. Right here in front of me, just turned back on. I'm not gonna mess with it. Whatever happens on Twitch stays on Twitch. Are we really still good? We're still good on YouTube. So I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm doing the best I can. I promise. I know this all makes me look like I have no idea what I'm doing, but this is out of my hands. Anyways, we're gonna move forward. I have these videos that I captured yesterday to show you guys a little bit of what it looked like on the ground outside of that selective editing that we were just looking at. This first one is going to tell us about the arrest. I thought that last video was going to have it, but this next one here that I'm going to show is going to tell you about Kai being arrested. It's going to show a couple more clips. It's only 26 seconds long. And then I'm going to play 2 other videos where you can see from people on the ground what they thought of the riot that was happening. So give me a second here. Get this pulled up. Hold on here. You give me a second. Alright, it says good to go. I think we're good to go. Alright, I think we're good to go. So here's the first video.
Today, YouTuber and streamer Kai Cenat was arrested in New York City. Kai had posted this, a giveaway with fellow influencer Phantom, taking place in Union Square. But quickly, things got out of hand. There have been reports of folks being arrested, and at one point, trains weren't even stopping in Union Square, which is a major hub for New York City's transit. It just goes to show the power of social media, and yeah, I don't think anyone got a PS5 out of this.
Okay. So, as I said, Kai put out a promotion saying he was giving away free PS5s, brought everybody to Union Square. I mentioned this on Twitter, commenting on these riot posts and stuff. This kind of stuff didn't happen prior to social media. Prior to social media, you didn't have angry teenagers who are poorly disciplined out there gathering in numbers so big they could be considered a riot. That stuff did not happen before social media. It's one of the big obvious tells that social media is not good for us like we think it is. Welcome back, Donna Sparks. just flipping through chat really quick, make sure everything is good to go. We're going to play these next two videos. These next two videos are, we'll call them rioters, I guess. But it's them, their footage, whatever. These videos are short. But like I said, the news is painting this like some big, scary, dangerous riot happening out in Union Square. So these next clips are going to show us how terrible it was. It was so big and scary on the ground for the riot. Let's see. Everything still looks good. All right, cool. We're going to play the second video here. Come on, do the thing. Now this live streamer, I don't know who this person is, but they sound stupid. They sound so stupid through this whole clip here. So just know you're about to hear just severe ignorance, but this will give you some insight.
Yo, check this shit out. I'm at NYC. Hey, Cenat's giving away free shit. Look at this, bro. Motherfuckers out here throwing paint and shit. Damn, bro, it's filled. God damn. Cops saying this shit canceled. Blue paint everywhere. No, man, what the fuck? What? Where'd Kane go? Kane just walked off, bro. What the fuck? Dog. People throwing bottles and shit? This is crazy, bro. Damn. Damn. Look at this motherfucker, bro. Damn. Damn. What the fuck going on? Yo, Kai, you gotta come and control your peoples. Oh, football. Bro, I'm scared I'm gonna get hit by something. I can't turn my back. Nah, bro, they ruined this shit. Look, bro, the dog. Why he bring his dog here? Oh shit. Yo. What the fuck? Hell no, bro. This is coming straight out. Go. Bro, no fucking way. They throwing shit like crazy. I'm inhaling that shit, bro. Football, damn. I don't think Kai coming, bro. Yeah, by the way, this video is unedited.
Well, like I was saying, all this stuff was on TikTok. You couldn't find it anywhere else. That guy didn't seem really scared. He also didn't seem really violent. But he was in a riot. That was a riot he was at right there. Okay, I got a little bit more riot footage. Hold your horses, okay? Those, not the racist ones, not the border patrol horses with the racist whips, not those kind. Let's see here. Come on now, do the thing. So this is the last one of the riot footage going on. I went and screen recorded this myself because everybody was like, "Oh, the riot! Oh, the riot!" There's no riot. These assholes are out here making TikTok videos. It's not a riot.
Got the helicopter up there, drone up there. Oh, bro, shit. Get out of here. Guy already at home. I thought he was at the precinct. I thought the police got him. Yeah, I'm streaming.
Set up. How much the backpack?
This one?
Yeah,
this one's like 2K. Yeah, you can make it cheaper now. There's like other stuff. Maybe like 800, 900.
So yeah, big scary riot out there. Riot stuff happening. Be real scared. It's just a bunch of, you called it, Pumpkin, just kids being idiots. That's really all it was. Yes, it was chaos, and yeah, there was a large number of people there, but I think it is severely misleading for all the media to go out there yesterday and go, "Oh, there's a riot going on in New York." Like, I feel like that's irresponsible. For the way 2020 went, you're going to say that there was a riot? That was not a riot. This is not riot material. That was an uncivil gathering. It wasn't a riot. Not in my opinion, it wasn't a riot. Non-stop, acting like a bunch of uneducated, undisciplined morons. For real. That's what I think too. It's just dumb kids. But because they have social media, they're able to create an assembly of that level and then just act like assholes. And to the point where they had to bring the police force out to handle them. And they had the LRAD out there, the police did, saying, you know, go home, and if you leave on your own free will, you won't be charged, and there were people arrested. But they didn't even care. You know, they were like, oh, the cops are going to get us, blah, 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 like mocking the police and stuff like that. They were literally just young and dumb. Just young and dumb. They were throwing things, but they weren't setting stuff on fire. You seen the Bentley go through. They weren't jumping on it. They weren't kicking the windows out. They weren't pulling the people out of the car at gunpoint. Like, it's not a riot. It wasn't a riot. Wasn't even a protest. It was unruly gathering. Like, it was jostling going on there. I don't know. I don't like how they want to phrase it. Like, oh, big scary riot going on. What I wonder is that pregame for the France-style riots that are going to happen in New York? That's what I wonder. Because the border crossers are filling up New York. They're filling up the streets of New York because they're promised sanctuary and all this stuff, but they're not getting it because all the resources are taken. So now they're sleeping on the sidewalks. The farther this goes, the closer they become to France, where you're going to have more border crossers than locals, and they're going to be tired of living in the street, sleeping on the sidewalk when they were promised a 5-star hotel, a Red Cross blanket, and a pair of brand new Jordans. They're going to have enough, and they'll have the numbers, and they'll burn that place down like it's France. And we already know that's going to happen. It's going to happen in Chicago too. The signs are there. I wonder if this was a pregame for it, just to see what would happen. And I mean, that's my own little conspiracy theory there, but just curious. Just curious. Read through chat really quick, and we're going to move forward. Next up, we're going to show this Andrew Tate video. It's not very long. None of these videos are very long. A minute. It's just over a minute long. I know a lot of people think they don't like Andrew Tate or they whatever. It's not about liking Andrew Tate. It's about someone having the ability to point their finger at you, make accusations at you, have you debanked, deplatformed, and canceled all the way around while you're not able to defend yourself because you've been deplatformed. Nobody gets to hear your side of the story. Everybody just hears the accusations about you. They believe them. They repeat those accusations and spread that misinformation even farther. And now he's demonized. And that's messed up. And none of us would want that to happen to us for no wrongdoing. You know, like I said, there's no evidence that he actually did anything wrong. It was all accusations and incarceration. And eventually they dropped the charges. But those are days he'll never get back. Those are days incarcerated that he will never get back. You don't get those days added back to your lifeline. He was wrongly accused, did time twice, and they never found evidence to support their claims, and so they dismissed the charges. But he still had to go to jail. He still had to have an attorney. He still had to pay all that money, and we wouldn't want that to happen to us. And so that's the only reason I'm showing it. I don't know anything about Andrew Tate other than he's a kickboxer and he tells men to be men and whatever, and he's canceled. But that's it. Otherwise, I don't know anything about Andrew Tate and what he does and whatever. It's just about the accusations. Just reading through the chat really quick before we pull that up. Vatarax, it was peaceful until destruction of property, then it was unlawful. Yeah. They should have just said it was an unlawful assembly instead of everyone, the media and stuff going out there and go, there's a riot. It's a riot without fire. Zero. All big blue cities will be going up in flames next summer. Oh yeah. This is going to be an election year for the books. Record breaker. Cheeky chops. You should have regulated. Yeah, I should have just went to New York and straightened those assholes out. That's what I should have did. They need a dad, and I guess I'll just have to be that guy, right? Gotta father all these young whippersnappers and whatnot. So if you don't know, this is Andrew Tate. This is his interview right after he got released from house arrest because they dismissed the charges.
In January, when I was thrown in a jail cell, the media reported and told the world that I was a terrible person. They said that I hurt people and I make a lot of money from criminal enterprise, and here we stand 7 or 8 months later and I've not seen a single victim on the news. I don't know if you have. I've seen lots of girls sticking up for me, lots of people defending me. I've not seen a single person stand up and say that I have hurt them. Not one. It's very exhausting to continue to perpetuate lies. It's very hard to keep lies afloat when you have no actual evidence. We've been completely innocent since the beginning of this, and I have to give absolute faith to the remaining judicial system for finally making the right decision and letting us free. I'm sure in the end we'll be absolutely exonerated, and everybody who was pushing these lies and reporting things on repeat without any substantial evidence are going to have to analyze within themselves why they decide to try and destroy people's lives purely for views. I've done nothing wrong. God knows I've done nothing wrong. In my heart, I know I've done nothing wrong. I think the people at home who with a functioning brain understand we've done nothing wrong, because nobody has yet to identify a single victim which is saying that we've done anything to them since the beginning of this entire process. Once again, absolute respect to the judge, respect to Romania, respect to the Romanian judicial system. I look forward to being completely exonerated in due time. Thank you.
So anyways, after a year or so of being hounded down, he's in Romania, but he's a dual citizen between America and Romania, and they arrested him on those accusations, and then like 6 or 8 months later, after they had let him go, I think he was on bond or something, they went back and arrested him and reprimanded him. Here in America, they can only do that for 48 hours without evidence. They pick you up, they hold you at the police station, they might put you in jail in the drunk tank, and then they have 48 hours to find evidence of wrongdoing, or they have to let you go. During that time period, a judge or somebody inquired to the prosecutor, or maybe it was the other way around. I think it was the other way around. Either way, there was an inquiry about, instead of holding Andrew Tate for 48 hours, they should hold him for like 30 to 90 days. And it was cleared. So then they put him back in jail for 30 or 90 days, somewhere in between there. I can't remember which one it was. But then when he got out, he was on house arrest. And after a year of doing that song and dance, they didn't find anything. They found zero evidence of wrongdoing. So then they dismissed the charges. But like I said, he still had to go through all that shit. And he's a multi-millionaire. He can afford to pay those fees. But those are days off his life he'll never get back, off of wrongful accusations that caused him to be incarcerated. I have suffered that. I have had people point their finger at me and say that I've done something wrong. I was arrested and put inside jail and had to sit there for time and pay thousands of dollars for attorney fees and bond to get out, and then go to court and have the charges dropped because there was no evidence of wrongdoing. I didn't break the law. Somebody just pointed the finger and made the call, and I went. And that's how it goes. But those are days that I had to spend in jail with real criminals, people who were being incarcerated for murder, people who were being incarcerated for kidnapping, felonious assault, things like that, because of what I was accused of was such a violent crime that they had to put me in a cell with people who were being transported to prison because they were convicted of violent crimes and I was considered a violent offender. And so those are days that I will never get back on my lifeline. That is money that I did get back because they owed it to me, but the attorney fees was money spent. Can't get that money back. And it was time and effort and stress and stuff I had to go through just because someone pointed a finger at me and made a phone call. And that's all it takes, because everything's run like Nazi Germany around here. And I don't want that to happen to anyone. That's wrong. That is wrong. You're only alive so many days, and they took those days off my life, and that's not right. And I don't want that to happen to anyone. And that's why I played that video. I don't know a whole lot about Andrew Tate. I'm not defending him on any of this other stuff. All I know is the accusations had no merit, and he still had to go through all that stress because somebody pointed a finger at him and made a phone call. And that's messed up, and I'm just kind of raising awareness on that. So I'm going to read through the chat really quick, and we're going to move forward. We have the next video we're going to show is titled New York Times columnist leaves readers stunned. And it's because he's wrote out how toxic he is and all the other liberals, and how they're toxic, why they're toxic, and their strategy behind this toxic behavior that they're putting on everyone. This next video will be the last video we're going to show on YouTube. We're going to cut that off, and then we have a video that's going to talk about President Trump. It's going to talk about what happened in 2020 and how those things are connected because of the indictment that just happened, and what that means for both sides. What does that mean for Red Team, meaning Trump and all his people that are summoned to court? What is their strategy to win? And what does that mean for Blue Team, who insists that there was no wrongdoing back in 2020? And I think it's going to be a good conversation. So everybody that's on YouTube, you should just make your way over to Rumble, because when we get to the good stuff, it's going to be everywhere except for YouTube. And it's not my fault. It's YouTube community guidelines. Blame YouTube. Don't blame me. It's not my fault. Anyways, I'm going to read through chat really quick, and we're going to move forward to this next video. And talking about the Riot people, said that one girl's shorts is so tight it looked like two pigs fighting in a sack. That's how they like it. That's how they like it. Some women like their clothes so tight that when they sweat, it just comes out of the fabric. It doesn't even touch the skin. And that was her first time seeing Andrew Tate. Well, he's a 7-time world champion kickboxer, and now he just does podcasts. And I mean, he's vulgar, and he says things that not everybody agrees with. Like, he thinks men should be smoking cigars and drinking liquor and working out and focus on self-growth and making money, and there's nothing wrong with driving fancy cars or dating hot women and stuff like that. And that's kind of his message, is all of that. And of course the softies and the Rainbow Crew and all those people, they don't agree with that. So he's considered masculine, toxic masculinity, and a misogynist and all that stuff. So that's why a lot of people don't like him. But that's all I know. I don't really know any more than that. What's up Norman? Happy freedom. Just reading through the chat really quick, and we're going to move forward. Busy day today. Busy day. Appreciate you being here, damn it, Janet. What's up, Deb Chick? Happy freedom. Had that protest. Now we got all this news. We got the Orange Eagle coming up later. And with YouTube running, we might actually be able to play the game. Cassandra, anyone who makes a false report should be charged. I agree. If you make that phone call and you point your finger at somebody and you put that person in jail and they didn't do anything wrong, and the judge finds out that the case is dismissed because there's no wrongdoing, the person that made that call should have to do some amount of time. 30 to 90 days in jail. I mean, that's what it is if you get in a fist fight. Not even a fist fight. If you shove someone, that's 90 days in jail. That's a long time to be locked in a cement room. I know, because I've done it 3 times. Don't do it. Don't touch people. Don't touch people while you're on camera and stuff like that. But yeah, if people make false accusations that causes another person to be incarcerated and have their freedoms taken from them, that person should absolutely be charged. Mr. Beansy Beans, J6ers. Yeah, the J6ers, they'll never get that time back. I can't even believe those people are still incarcerated. I can't believe that they're still being called insurrectionists after they've proven twice that there was no insurrection that took place. DCAT, when are we going to do something about Red Team here in Michigan? Just asking. I don't know. I don't know what to do about Michigan. Michigan is so corrupt. They are so corrupt. I don't know what to do about it. We need good people to stand up, and then everybody else needs to vote for those good people so we can get them in office. Because that's the only thing I could see it's going to beat it. The only thing that beats a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And I think bad politicians are the same way. The only way to beat bad politicians is to elect good politicians. But on top of that, because that's not enough, on top of that, we need term limits, we need age limits, and we need ways for we the people to be able to impeach office holders. Elected officials should be, there should be an option for us to impeach them, not Congress or whoever these other people. Because as you can see, look at old man Walter. He's a terrible person. He's a criminal. He's, obviously corrupt. Congress and senators and all that stuff, they have the power to pull him down. They won't. There's corrupt congressmen, senators, whatever, all these officials, mayors, governors, all that stuff. And we cover it every day. Every day there's governors being proven to do bad things. The mayor of Atlanta was just arrested of South Fulton County or whatever. He was arrested for trespassing and breaking and entering. Now, from top to bottom is corrupt. We should be able to get together, put enough signatures on a paper, and if it's 50+% of people in the area saying to pull that official down, that should happen. We shouldn't have to wait for other elected officials to make decisions on people above them. We should have the say from president to senator to congressman to governor to mayor. We should have the say. And if majority says that person is not doing their job, we can fire them. That's what we need. We need all that stuff. Then we need to find people who stand up, who are good people, vote them in, and then hold them accountable and make sure they're doing the right thing. And if they're not holding people above them or whoever they're in charge of, if they're not holding those individuals accountable, then we're going to take them out of office. We're going to impeach them ourselves. That's what we need, in my opinion. Prison hug, there's MAGA in Detroit. I'm proof. I believe it. It's the way they do those votes, the way they add them together. It's like Michigan's all red except for those few blue cities, and somehow that makes Michigan blue. It's messed up. Prison hug says, my parents were my influence. Oh, my influencers. Sometimes my influencer gave me a well-deserved ass whooping. Me too. Me too. I'm glad I got my ass whooped when I was little. I could have grew up to be one of those people that we see on the screen. Tom, we the people should hold the power. I agree. We should have the power to impeach any sitting official. But it also needs to be transparent. We also need a system to where we can look at the board and say who voted for what, because otherwise they'll corrupt that system too. They'll say, oh, well, all the people of America said that we're going to pull this governor down or we're going to pull this congressman down or what, you know what I mean? They'll fudge those numbers as well. And so we need a transparent system. We need term limits. We need age limits. And we, the people, need to have say over every elected official. Even after we brought them in office, we should be able to at any time pull them out of office if they are not doing their job correctly. That is my belief anyway. So we're going to be playing this last video for the YouTube side of things. It's titled New York Times columnist. That's such a weird word. I wish they wouldn't have used that. But they leave readers stunned. Just a moment here. Come on now. Don't fight me on this. Video. Jesus loves us. And that more of the J6ers are still being arrested. Yeah, of course, because it helps prove their point. They're like, we're still out here getting all the people that caused the insurrection because there's so many, because it's worse than 9/11. Like, they're so stupid about that stuff. I don't know. Hopefully there's redemption for all of that. All right, hooligans, let's get this started.
Making waves for blasting the so-called elite class, accusing them of using self-serving tactics to maintain a sense of moral superiority. The article, which is pretty lucid, is titled, "What If We're the Bad Guys Here?" The writer, David Brooks, who often writes far-left pieces, I would argue, includes himself as a member of this liberal elite class. Brooks claims they've worked to take over professions like the media, you think, and lock out others. He also argues that the left has rewritten language standards to alienate and exclude. Quote, "Like all elites, we use language and mores as tools to recognize one another and exclude others. Using words like problematic, cisgender, Latinx, and intersectional is a sure sign that you've got cultural capital coming out of your ears." Meanwhile, members of the less educated classes have to walk on eggshells because they never know when we've changed the usage rules so that something that was sayable 5 years ago now gets you fired. He has a point on this piece, Rachel. I encourage people to read it because it actually is pretty eye-opening and clear-eyed for a liberal journalist. But This reeks to me or says to me the forgotten man and woman. We heard a lot about it.
Yeah.
I met a lot of these forgotten men and women, went to countless rallies, shook their hands, interviewed them, some of the best people, salt of the earth. They are wonderful, but often overlooked by people like the New York Times.
Absolutely. It's so interesting. As I read it, I kept thinking, how will this be interpreted by the fellow liberal readers of the New York Times? Will they see what David Brooks is finally trying to see? And I think what's brought them this moment is they thought that they could, through Donald Trump, vilify, as you said, this working class, the forgotten people, and he keeps getting more and more popular as they pile on more and more on him. And I think that he's sort of a substitute in some ways for them. And at the fact that this group of people, the deplorables as they call them, have put so much hope in him as this is the only thing we have left to fight against these elite rules. You said they locked out, you know, conservatives or even fair-minded people out of the media, but it's not just the media, academia, Hollywood, all levers of power and cultural power. Conservatives have no role, have no part in. We have what? Fox News, that's it, and a few podcasts. So, I mean, this is a serious point, and I think that this is in the New York Times is saying something. It's really fascinating to see where this might go.
It is.
Well, I played a little bit more in that than I was trying to, just because a lot of it is just opinions and stuff. But I thought it was interesting, and that's kind of what they were pointing out, that these people are so bold that they'll just write it in the New York Times saying, yeah, we make up words and we make up definitions for those words, and we keep changing the definitions and stuff, so we're in control of the narrative, because we live in a world where words matter more than a punch in the face, because there's not enough punches in the face happening. And so if they can just keep using phrases and definitions and demonizing you by calling you names and stuff like that, get you canceled, get you shut down, get you debanked, get you deplatformed where you can't even defend yourself or speak for yourself, well, they're just going to keep doing that. And they're going to get away with it. And they're so sure of themselves that they just put that right in the New York Times. We all know it's happening, but man, that's bold. That's bold. Old man Walter might as well come out and make a statement that he sniffs children and doesn't care about Americans. Like, if everybody's just being so bold, might as well. Betrayed by corrupt scumbags, delete the elite. Alright, hooligans. Well, that's all we had for the YouTube side of things. This next stuff, we're going to be showing a video here. This guy is pointing out and connecting dots about Trump's indictment and what that means for Blue Team because of what happened in 2020. The indictment has to do with everything that happened back in 2020. We covered the hearings and all of that stuff about the irregularities and whatnot that happened. And I think it's going to really open up a discussion here, because it's I feel like a lot of us are like, oh, Trump got indicted again. Watch those poll numbers go up. And that's all we think about it. But this guy's pointing out facts about when Trump goes to this court hearing and it's all over what happened in 2020, well, they're proving that he's a liar. He's out there saying lies and stuff like that, making people believe conspiracies. But if that's true, then that means that Blue Team has to prove that there was no irregularities. And that's really interesting, and there's some more details in it, but I can't show it on YouTube because it's too spicy for those community guidelines over on YouTube. I've already posted the link at the top of the chat. Make your way over to Rumble. If you want to watch somewhere else, go find the link tree in the description. We are live on Twitch, Kick, Odyssey, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as Twitter. You can watch anywhere except for YouTube, because YouTube is too soft for this kind of content. So I have to cut off the umbilical cord here, right now. So give me a second here to help the YouTube platform out of the room, because what we're going to be talking about, can't be any censorship around for that. I gotta wait for the delay to catch up. Otherwise, people won't know what I'm saying. Captain Seamus out there doing God's work.